Codename Legate to Base Command. Come in, Base Command.
Base Command receiving, Legate. Don't be surprised if I cut out. The whole Hoth system is murder on the comms. And not so good for people, either.
Is that why you've sent your most expendable asset?
No one's expendable. Different skills merit different assignments. Hoth's a frozen rock, not worth much on its own. But years back, it saw one of the war's biggest battles. Hundreds of ships got dragged into the atmosphere, made a sort of a starship graveyard for the best girls in the fleet. You're going to bring one home.
I hijacked a transport once. Never made off with a whole ship.
I heard rumors. Tell me the story someday. It's a war zone down there. Republic salvage operations, Imperial saboteurs, and the White Maw. Few thousand pirates who want the scrap for themselves. Plus the Starbreeze is a Mu-type shuttle. Slip of a thing. Haven't been able to locate her in the wreckage. Our only lead is inside the Imperial Army.
If you want me to hurt Imperials directly, you'll have to force me.
You have a code. I respect that. I'm not asking you to break it yet. We have reports that Lyak Davos, an Imperial admiral who fought in the Battle of Hoth, is assembling an expedition to the starship graveyard. He's after a long list of salvage, the Starbreeze included. Join Admiral Davos and get that shuttle to us instead.
If I steal the Admiral's prize, it won't be long before someone figures it out.
You're craftier than that. You do this right, no one has to know. Codename Hunter will contact you from the field. He's en route to Hoth now. In the meantime, talk to Admiral Davos' search and recovery men at the Imperial base, and get the Starbreeze back. You have no idea how important she is.
Satellite's dead. What do your people know about Grid Alpha 9?
Pirate territory, heavily fortified.
Can you get me numbers?
Perhaps, but our manpower is limited.
Manpower? Excuse me. Captain Leo Firth, search and recovery. Saw your docking authorization. You must be our visitor from intelligence.
Cypher 9. I'm on unattached wartime duty. Here to see Admiral Davos.
Sergeant, you're dismissed. The Chiss Ascendancy has been operating on Hoth for years. Useful, but let's not kid ourselves. So, what's your business with the Admiral?
That information is for the Admiral's ears only.
And you're out of luck. He left base with his expedition 36 hours ago. Long-range comms are almost useless in this weather. You want to wait? He'll be back in a few weeks.
Give me his last known location, and I'll be going.
Look, there might still be a crew at the expedition launch site. It's where the Admiral's supply line to the starship graveyard starts. But trying to reach the launch point now is suicide. Weather's bad, and there are Republic commandos in the area.
I'm not looking for a suicide mission. Thank you for your time, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Packed and ready, Admiral. Waiting on your word.
Excellent. Then the time has come.
Intruder alert.
You're a bit on edge, don't you think?
Officer, I am Admiral Davos, commander of this expedition. You were not expected.
Cypher 9. Imperial Intelligence.
An intelligence agent? Of course. You must excuse our caution. Hoth is not a world that forgives mistakes, a lesson that scarred me long ago.
Weapons down, everyone.
We are in the midst of a delicate operation. These men are preparing to follow me to the starship graveyard.
I came for help, Admiral. Have you heard of a Republic shuttle called the Starbreeze?
The Colonel's vessel, indeed. What is your interest in it?
Nothing. I only wanted to ask.
You can't betray them so easily.
If I had known about you beforehand, perhaps. Alas, now it's too late. Commander, torture her and find out what she knows. Then kill her. You're still alive. Don't bother returning to base. Captain Firth is gone and Admiral Davos bribed most of the others.
Admiral Davos just tried to kill me. What's going on?
No time. Transmission breaking up. There is a location beyond the frozen lake. You'll find answers. Coordinates sent.
Have you been watching me?
We've been watching the sensors. Picked up blaster fire and assumed things had gone wrong. Go. Sent out.
Well, as secret bases go, this isn't bad at all.
Sir, sorry for not contacting you sooner. No one thought Admiral Davos's men would actually start shooting. Ensign Rena Temple, Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. Welcome to Zero Station.
Good to meet you, Ensign. Even under unusual circumstances.
You too, sir. I'm not complaining, but it's been a while since I saw a human face. This is a top-secret Chiss Ascendancy installation. Self-sufficient, running in parallel with the above-ground outposts. Paranoia at work.
But our paranoia paid off.
And this is our base commander, Aristocra Saganu.
Ensign Temple speaks highly of Imperial intelligence. She convinced me the Admiral Davos situation warranted bringing you in.
He ordered his men to torture me. I'd like to know why.
My agents have been watching Admiral Davos for months. We became suspicious when he brought in his own crew, officers loyal to him, and covered it with bribes. Lately, he brought heavy equipment and guns, built an army for his expedition to the starship graveyard. You threatened his control.
If you knew all this, it was your duty to inform the Empire.
Doing so would have exposed this base for nothing. The Admiral has too many friends. Now that he's moving, things are different. He must be after the graveyard salvage, prototype technology, military databanks. It could make him unimaginably wealthy. I won't proceed without Imperial sanction. Grant it, and we can stop Admiral Davos and his plans together.
I like you, Aristocra. You're young, smart, professional. We'll make a good team.
I hope you're right. I enjoy a challenging partnership. The White Moor pirates control the wastelands between here and the starship graveyard. The Admiral's been sending his people out there for weeks.
My scouting party caught them burying some sort of supply caches. We don't know what the Admiral's caches are for, but if you could get us reconnaissance scans, they might give us a lead on the man himself.
Our priority is finding Admiral Davos, not unraveling his plan.
Then perhaps you'd like to go out and search by hand.
Sorry, this is the best we can do. These are the drop point locations. Contact me when you get the scans, and we'll find our man. Chiss Honor. Sir, this is Ensign Temple. Looks like that cache is full of stolen Imperial equipment. Given how the pirates are guarding it, I'm guessing it's a gift from Admiral Davos to the White Moor.
Those pirates have military-grade equipment. Not many people can supply that gear.
Acknowledged. Even for the White Moor, they do seem overarmed. I advise continuing the recon. A little luck and we'll pin down which White Moor faction the Admiral's dealing with. If you can tag the caches for tracking, that wouldn't hurt either. Temple out. Tracking signal coming in.
This is Hunter to Leggett. Hope you weren't getting lonely. I'm on planet, but signals don't carry here. Arden Hoth authorized me to take your reins. Have you found the Star Breeze yet?
I haven't seen you since Nar Shaddaa. How's the rest of the team?
You didn't answer my question. Now I'm gonna have to force you. Keyword onomatophobia. Command, deliver your mission report.
I am attempting to locate Admiral Davos, who will lead us to the Starbreeze.
Good. Obedience comes easier when you don't have a choice. Contact me as soon as you find the shuttle. Hunter, out.
Smart, arrogant, cautious. Don't underestimate him.
Temple here. Like we thought, those caches are a gift from Admiral Davos to the Pirate Coalition. Specifically, he's paying off a group called the Marauders. Raiders and hijackers, influential with the other pirate gangs.
But what's the reason?
The Marauders have a camp nearby. Guard looks light at the moment. We're going to take a team in. Meet us there and we'll dig up some answers. Temple out.
Chui atat up smasa kipuna.
Past you! Stop! Look at me and stop. That's right. Keep looking here. I'll keep talking, and you keep looking. Sir, if you're going to do anything, do it now.
Are you all right, Ensign?
I'm fine. Check on the others. Sir, I suppose you want an explanation.
We all have secrets. If you're Force sensitive, it's none of my business.
What I did back there, it was a Force trick, sir. I'm just powerful enough to get into trouble. No lightning, no seeing the future, I never trained. If the Sith knew, they'd have me killed. That's why I left Imperial service for the Chiss Ascendancy.
If the Sith knew, you could become one of them.
Only if I survived the Sith Academy. And I wouldn't. Please, I know you served Darth Jadus, but let me finish this job before you judge me.
Put some faith in me and this might turn out all right.
Getting a call from Zero Station. They finished analyzing the pirate data.
Agent, Ensign Temple, your raid was successful. It seems Admiral Davos has been trying to arrange safe passage through pirate territory to the starship graveyard. The pirates have agreed to meet, today.
Is that spark in your eye for me, or the operation?
Any new endeavor makes the blood run swift. The meet is in the primary Marauder base, heavily fortified. Attack head-on, and the attendees slip away. However, a cave system runs under the base, moves softer than a shadow, and you could tap the cave wall.
You're sending her to the bone pits.
The caves are inhabited by animal life and resemble a slaughterhouse. But it's the perfect place from which to observe the meeting.
Sounds dangerous, but I'm willing to take a risk.
Once you're in place, you can use a laser drill and microcord camera to tap the wall.
My team will be in touch from Zero Station. Good luck to you.
We need to move out, but be careful in the monster's den.
Where is Admiral Davos? I did not invite servants. I act in the Admiral's name. I'll show you.
Getting audio only. Can you see anything?
That's Captain Firth, one of the Admiral's men. I don't know the pirate.
Begin playback.
Ashok the Unyielding, I am honored by your invitation. I am Admiral Davos, and I fought in the Battle of Hoth. Unlike my peers, I was left to the icy wastes. For 6 months I wandered the wreckage. As I lost my vitality, I found many items of great value. Weapons, artifacts, even a Republic shuttle full of secrets. I hid them in the starship graveyard, so that I might one day claim my prize.
Today's that day. Give us safe passage into the starship graveyard, and we'll all leave rich.
We apologize, Agent, but you may want to see this.
I'm sort of in the middle of something.
Cypher, Wampa. private when you have the chance.
The song of the hunter begins.
Situation under control. What happened with the meeting?
They cut a deal, sir. The pirates are going to escort Admiral Davos to his treasure, but they outlined their route. I think we know where they're heading.
A little more time and I could have shot them through the wall.
I doubt it would have helped. The aristocrat and I can meet you at the edge of the starship graveyard. There's an Imperial outpost there. Zaganu can fill you in. He likes you, by the way. And we can plan a final approach. Temple out.
We'd be buried alive by the third marker. Bring up the northern passage. Let me see.
She's here, sir.
I'm aware of that. Resume planning. Glad to see you, Agent. Thanks to your surveillance, we have a lock on Admiral Davos' destination. He and his men are being escorted to a crashed Republic super dreadnought in the heart of the starship graveyard. His horde is there.
Have some faith in me, aristocrat. I won't disappoint you.
I promise you are not in question. The horde is sealed in the tertiary launch bay, protected by an army of White Moor pirates.
Sorry I'm late. Did I miss the bad news?
There's no other kind.
Lovely. Go on.
This isn't a one-squad operation. The Defense Force will join you for the assault.
This is an Imperial intelligence operation. Your assistance is not required.
I spent a lot of time convincing them otherwise.
Even if she hadn't, Admiral Davos is too much of a threat. The Chiss Ascendancy has an interest here. I suggest a two-pronged approach. You slip past the pirates on the Super Dreadnought and deactivate the blast doors.
That'll let my team in. We can rendezvous at the launch bay. We'll be your backup.
Skirmish tactics, blaster rifles, and electrostaves only. We don't want to damage the horde.
Understood, sir. We'll stay on our toes.
Dismissed, all of you. It's time to move.
Good luck, sir. I'll see you at the Dreadnought.
One last thing. I've made it clear that I admire your skill. But more than that, you embody the red flame. The discipline, cunning, and courage all Chiss aspire to. I never thought to see it in a woman from another world.
Isn't there anything else you want to say? Before I risk my life.
There's nothing more I want to say. It's time. Admiral Davos is on the move, and my forces are waiting. If all goes well, perhaps we'll meet again.
3 following. Blasters and flame projectors.
All right. Keep them at a distance. Sir, enemies in pursuit. More expected. Bit of a nightmare, but we'll hold them off.
What's the situation?
Admiral Davos and his horde should be down that corridor somewhere. Quite possibly with his escort.
11, 12 more. Marauders and Scourge.
Zaganu is holding our escape route outside. We'll keep the pirates off your back. Do what you came to do.
It's still here. Still waiting for us.
Admiral, intruder!
Target her, but do not fire. The hand of Jadus lives. I wondered what became of you.
You've caused a lot of trouble for a man I didn't come here to kill.
I waited years to return to Hoth and reclaim my retirement funds. My superiors were never to know.
We should take her now.
Silence. You complicated matters. Forced us to part ways with the Empire. But this can be mended. Tell me what you desire.
You want to avoid being branded a traitor. I want to know about that Republic shuttle.
Ah, the Star Breeze. I recall your interest. It was the personal ship of one Colonel Omas. He served in the upper echelons of Republic weapons research. Rumor was that the Star Breeze contained his records and security codes. I brought it here for safekeeping. Does that pique your interest?
What sort of weapons research did he do?
Omas prototype space stations, ion cannons. He died aboard this very dreadnought, another of his many projects. The shuttle is yours. I ask only two things: your silence, and the location of the secret Chiss base.
But the shuttle is ours. Our payment.
It is a small price to remove the Chiss from the equation. They know too much.
Sir, even if we wipe them out, we can't trust you-know-who over there.
We are all Imperials. Give me the Chiss, pledge your silence, and we will all return to the Empire in glory. You will have your shuttle and wealth besides.
Captain Firth and the pirates seem troubled. But loyalties change, I suppose.
Captain Firth has been with me for 10 years. As for the pirates, they will accommodate us.
We will not be cut out of this deal.
I make the choices here. Now, Agent, decide.
Listen to them, Admiral. They're taking advantage of you. I saw Captain Firth's meeting with the pirates. He's planning to join them and take the Horde for himself.
Perhaps.
You're lying!
Enough of this. We have the treasure. Kill them all.
Codename Legate to Hunter. I have located the Star Breeze.
You look like hell. Fiery as always. Get that shuttle running and rendezvous at these coordinates. Hunter, out.
Sir, pirates are down, but I'm the only one left. We need to get moving.
Have you been injured?
Scratches, sir. Deep scratches. Force trick saved my life.
If we're in any hurry, I don't think we can get this thing off the ground without help.
You can help, but you don't repeat anything you see. Understand?
Understood, sir.
Nice landing. Let's take a look. Solid body, not a scratch on her. And she came with my shuttle? What's her name?
Ensign Raina Temple, sir. Chiss Expansionary Defense Force.
Of course. Minder 17, Imperial Intelligence. Excellent work, both of you.
Just doing my job.
I'll fly the shuttle to its final destination. You can take my ride home. Ensign, why don't you go run a systems check? I need a minute with the agent.
I'll chisel the ice off the pilot seat for you.
Arden Koth will be happy. But the girl, we agree she needs to die, right?
Why do you say that?
She's Imperial. She knows about the Star Breeze. She's seen me. She's seen you. Look, you've worked with her. You've bonded with her. Fine. I'm not heartless. Maybe she'll even be useful. You want her to live? You take responsibility. Stash her on your ship. She doesn't talk to anyone. Doesn't learn about the SIS.
You know, you're really twisted.
Just to be sure, though, I'm putting a command in your brain. Keyword, onomatophobia. If Raina Temple becomes a threat to our mission, or leaves your supervision, you will kill her. You won't have a choice.
Sorry, I didn't meet your friend. I must have taken a wrong turn.
Sir, Minder 17 told me about the transfer. I'm a little surprised. If intelligence wants me out of the GIST Defense Force, though, I won't argue. Nice as it would have been to pack an overnight bag.
If it were up to me, you'd stay on Hoth. But my superiors insisted.
Understood, sir. But if I can ask, why do your superiors want me on your team?
You have strength in the Force. Trained or not, that makes you useful.
Lord Jadis's decree? Still better than execution. I'll do what you say.
Dr. Eckhard Loken. We should swap stories about your father.
You know my father?
Oh, forgive me, Cypher. I'm afraid the cold's starting to get to me. I'll meet you both back on the ship.
Hello, Cleo. What's going on?
Hey, so I've been thinking, with all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brental anarchists?
The stuff you've told me is mostly lies. But no, we haven't.
Come on, you met my exes. I told you half lies, but they were for real. Anyway, been thinking about the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. Cell was me and probably a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
Not so different from the Eagle and his men.
Yeah, but REB focused more on big business than the Empire. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and... well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Dreams can be very different from reality.
Hey, you probably got it worse than me. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Cleo's behavior lately?
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that. However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Cleo has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Let me know if anything happens, or if you find out more about those transmissions.
Of course. I always enjoy a puzzle.
Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killik colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
Take a blanket and some rations, go sightseeing under the stars? You just want me alone.
We could use a change from Killik Company. You're a novelty. There's something else. In the old days, as a diplomat, we used to be able to read people. Since our joining, that's gotten harder, so we have to be direct. Is our relationship becoming unprofessional?
Unprofessional? Vector, you don't always need to treat me like your superior.
Then how do you want us to treat you?
Come by my quarters some night and you can find out.
That does make things clear. We'd like to continue this, but we've kept you from your duty long enough. The Song of the Universe will not pause.
This is Leggett to Base Command. Mission complete.
Base Command here. Hunter gave me his report. He spoke highly of you. Not a lot of people earn his praise.
The man was nothing but a very snide obstacle.
He's testing you. He's good at that. I'm grateful the Starbreeze is in one piece. She'll help us win this war. Now, Hoth and Terrace makes two. Ready for the final stage?
You still haven't told me what this is about. You sent me after a Republic shuttle and a science project.
All for good reason, I promise. Maybe you've heard of it. A death trap of a planet called Quesh. Our primary objective's there. I want you en route.
Chemical mining world. We're at war over it.
That's the one. But we're after something from before all that. Get to these coordinates when you arrive and we'll be in touch. Base command out.
Agent, I hope this recorded message finds you well. This is Aristocrat Saganu of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. I never got the chance to see you off Hoth. Understandable, things were hectic. Nonetheless, you proved a worthy ally. You are a woman not soon forgotten. A token of our appreciation has been delivered to Imperial intelligence. I hope they will pass it on to you. And lastly, give my regards to Ensign Temple. Doubtless she serves you as well as she served us.
I rather like your ship. Not exactly military, but it'll be nice not sleeping in a thermosuit. Once we're underway, you'll bring me up to speed on my duties, sir. Show me the tricks of undercover work.
I'll make sure you're brought up to speed, Ensign.
I probably ought not to bring this up, but there is the matter of my talents. If I'm operating in the Empire, there's the chance the Sith will find out what I can do. They wouldn't be pleased.
As part of my crew, you have my protection.
Understood, sir. In the meantime, I intend to make myself irreplaceable.
My good friend, allow an old man some sentiment and join me for a reminiscence. Today is the 13th anniversary of the death of SWTOR, one of the finest agents I've ever worked with.
You commemorate a dead man after 30 years?
An obligation of the trade. If we don't remember one another, there's no one else who will. SWTOR was one of the old guard from before the war. He cultivated allies on the fringes. By the time he received his Mandalorian brands, he'd also become verbally abusive in private, but he never cracked on the job. Always had a smile.
Were you partners?
I was technical advisor on several of his assignments, and we shared a taste in Mirialan cuisine. Eventually the odds caught up with him, and a Hapani royal assassin punctured his lungs. Inevitable, really. Are you aware how few ciphers survive past year 5?
Of all the things that go wrong in this job, dying isn't so bad. Failure, though.
Rather my point. I admire the line you walk between obedience and ingenuity. Unfortunately, your methods breed enemies. Be careful not to end up without recourse.
You chose to join my crew. If you didn't like my methods, you could have found a way out by now. What are you after?
I've made it through a very long career by choosing my partners wisely. I've outlasted them all, and I intend to keep doing so.
How are things, Vector?
Agent, when we communed with the other nests, we saw a force for change in the galaxy. There are Killiks as large as starships and as small as mites, joiners from 100 species on 1,000 worlds. We mean to report on the Killik colony to the diplomatic service.
You transferred out of the diplomatic service. It's not your responsibility.
We still serve the Empire, and our former superiors are in the best position to help. If the service can make entreaties to the colony, if we make them an ally, we'll have a foothold in the unknown regions. We'd have access to Killik craftsmanship, joiner information. Even without their military support, they would be invaluable.
I agree. But why bother with the diplomatic service, when we could pull the strings ourselves?
An alliance built on manipulations can't last. We've done so before, and seen the consequences. This needs to happen with the backing of those in power. And it needs to happen before someone else finds the colony.
However I can assist, say the word.
We'd ask you to sign off on the report. Other than that, we'll keep your offer in mind. Thank you.